You're watching Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Air National Guard. All set to finish up the Saturday slate from USA Lacrosse HQ. Champions Week, it culminates tomorrow. Today, we have Team Bosco set to square off with Team Marino. Athletes Unlimited brings 56 of the very best players to Sparks, Maryland. They're broken up into 4 teams that change weekly with a captain's draft. There's going to be the one champion tomorrow, the person who rests atop the leaderboard that can turn in an instant. A very pleasant welcome to you. Along with Courtney Martinez, Connor, I'm Joe Beninati, and I say this lovingly, but this is exactly what can happen when your TV broadcast partner throws you under the bus and you challenge a big-time goal scorer, and she jumps all over.
Listen, I just threw it out there. You accepted, and essentially, I think you challenged Kylie. It was the two of you against one another.
I did. I like to think I inspired her to greatness. Is it too early for Halloween? At the least, we should be talking about the leaderboard. Let's go there. The top 4 tomorrow will be medalists, but the races are heating up for sure.
The top 2, that's almost its own race in and of itself. Taylor Marino, Sam Apuzzo, they have over a 200-point lead versus those next players. Katie Glynn, she just had an outstanding game today, sweeping every quarter, bumping herself ahead of spots 4 through 6, and that was huge. So kind of that 4 through 8 range, that's anybody's race.
Set the table for today. Team Bosco, 2 offensive players, standouts in the setback Thursday. Kenzie Kent and Erica Evans were sharp.
Kenzie Kent, Erica Evans, I like to watch them together because they're a lefty duo who works on either side of the field. So just because they're natural lefties doesn't necessarily mean they can't go to their right side. The creative acrobatics of Kenzie Kent is proof of that.
Kaylee Waters in goal. She's played her way into top form over the 4 weeks, steadily improving.
A definite progression for Kaylee Waters. As we've seen her throughout the season, every single game, she's better and better. She has hit her stride in goal. I like to watch her because she often feeds off of that defense that's in front of her and sparks the offense.
Flip the script. Kylie O'Miller was fantastic for Team Marino Thursday. Have you seen my face?
Kylie O'Miller, not only is she Joe's favorite, but she's a fan favorite. She has the opportunity to wow players, fans, with her moves on the field. She's somebody who can work inside, cut for the ball, but it's her ability to get to cage quickly with either hand, which is fun to watch.
And then her net-minding captain back to being her stingy best. Taylor Marino, tip-top.
You know, I don't think people understand how hard it is to be at the top of the leaderboard and try and stay there throughout the length of a season. And Taylor Marino has done just that. Her eyes are locked in. She's a true competitor. She is a defensive stalwart for that defense.
Maria Tribal-Peace has the sidelines covered. She brings us into Taylor Marino's world.
Taylor Marino said it's hard not to think about that #1 spot as this week winds down, but she said her focus for these last few games is to help her teammates climb the leaderboard as well. She said, all I'm focused on is making sure that we can win points, win quarters, and win some games so that they have an opportunity to do well in Athletes Unlimited too.
Taylor Marino, Maria, out there with a 63%. That's a gaudy save percentage. Her numbers have been just exquisite from the outset as we are rounding into the final weekend. This is the final weekend of play in Season 3. Marino, who outlasted Apuzzo by a whisker last season to win an Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Championship, facing Abby Bosco and her mates dressed in blue today. Bosco's squad falling in a white knuckler back on Thursday, beaten by Sam Apuzzo's squad. Earlier today, Team Glynn downed Sam Apuzzo's team by 7-5 margin in a game in which the team that was dressed in purple swept all the win points, which definitely puts a crimp in Apuzzo's style as she tries to chase down Marino. This is game 22 of 24. It's a Saturday afternoon. It is smoking hot, by the way, in Sparks, Maryland. Temperatures on the turf have to be hovering around 100. As we are off and running, the officials, Ronnie Anton, Kim Kramer, Erica Leslie, Liz Brush. It's Lynn Bowers, as always, on the table. In goal, Marie McCool off and running. McCool, 13 goals in her last 5 games.
You know, she's had some help in the stands. We've seen a lot of fans here from North Carolina, where she is an assistant coach for the Tar Heels. Oftentimes it can just provide that extra boost of energy, especially on a hot day like today.
McMahon was awfully good 2 days ago as well. She fashioned a hat trick. She ran right, though, into all-defensive team member Courtney Taylor. Taylor 20 in the blue with a help on the cause turnover there. Griffin will clear for Team Bosco. The all-defensive team announced: Bosco, Colson, Taylor, and Wakefield. And 3 of those 4 you'll see in this game.
You know, if you think about the tough defensive teams that each of these teams have, Marino, Bosco, players like Emma Trenchard, Meg Dowdy, all-world style players who aren't even a part of that because each defender out here is physical, tough in their own right. I probably could have picked about 10 different players.
Definitely. All eyes on the leaderboard, all 56 players. You're seeing us scroll through the colors next to the names, the jerseys that they're wearing this final weekend. Charlotte North dressed in blue, 88 on the go. There's an early double team, good help on the outside from Hannah Dorney. This snapshot, score! Erica Evans with a lightning fast release.
The team in blue on the goal first. Charlotte, she has the ball. A lot of eyes are on her. People tend to relax. She dishes it just as well as she can score. Erica Evans sweeping in from that left-hand side, giving herself a quality target, good angle on the goal. Again, that natural lefty building off of her performance from Thursday.
Erica Evans, a couple of goals against Team Apuzzo. She has tallies now in 7 of the last 10, and she wastes no time besting Taylor Marino 1 minute and 35 seconds into the contest. Folks, if you've been with us all along with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, you know that there are 20 points available for the team that wins each quarter, 45 available for all 14 on your roster when you win the game. Kenzie Kent's in a foot race there with McCool, and she comes up with a clean scoop first time. Kenzie Kent among the goal-scoring leaders this summer. Sam Apuzzo, Charlotte North have been going back and forth in that discipline. Lauren Gilbert is in the hunt as well for the goal-scoring crown. Can't forget Sam Geyer's back. She's been among the top 4 all summer. Evans going to the goal again. That one's knocked aside. Marino flashed over. May got a piece of the post, too. The long ricochet sends away the speedster, Allie Kennedy. Kennedy so good so often in transition. Both she and McCool can really leg it out.
You know, those two have quite the connection on the draw circle as well as in transition, but I like how they look to slow things down. They want to see any mismatches here early on.
McCool with markers in 9 of her first 10. McMahon thought about the 2. There's an 8-meter key. You score with both feet behind that or below goal line extended, in fact. You'll get 2 for the team and 16 for yourself. McCool off and running against McCone. She scores from practically 0 angle. Great shot.
Down the right alley with essentially a small sliver open on the net. This has become Marie McCool's signature, getting on the underside of her defender, taking it down the alley. Not a lot of space to shoot and score, but she has most definitely perfected this low shot on another former Tar Heel. Marie McCool evens the score out here at once.
Marie McCool, one of the pioneers, all the way back to Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 1 when we were in the D.C. area. See Mira Shane, as always, leading the cheers on the sideline. But McCool is playing in her 37th game, I want to say, collectively. And in those times, she has scored in 32 of them. Very, very dependable.
Now that's pretty consistent, especially for a midfielder who's running an entire game. Sometimes they have more of a defensive focus. To be able to put up points, game in, game out, impressive.
Lindsay McCone inside the draw circle. McCone, former Northwestern great, who we saw playing for Team Israel in the World Championships 1 summer ago. Allie Kennedy was playing for Team USA. She'll deliver to McMahon. There's a 60-second shot clock in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. We play 10 on 10, 6 on 6 at this end of the field. Dorney out of Notre Dame. McCool, one of the dozen Tar Heels in Athletes Unlimited. On the flip to Ole Miller, who starred at Stony Brook. Ole Miller off the split dodge. The early double comes. The flick inside, looking for her fellow Seawolf there. It's deflected away before Kennedy can clamp onto it. And there is a call here and a card coming. A yellow has been assessed.
Yellow card issued to gold number 42 for a dangerous shot.
Allie Kennedy, as she takes a seat, this is
penalty.
because her shot hit Courtney Taylor, the defensive player. We see as soon as she gets this, the follow through, even though the ball wasn't in her stick. Nevertheless, still a stick to the head that's gonna be an immediate yellow. We saw that earlier today, an elbow to the face, whether it's incidental or not.
Player up for Team Bosco in blue, 6-on-5. This is Alex Ost-Holman at the top, working with Evans. Evans has already struck for Bosco. McCool for Marino. Kenzie Kent looking to Alex. Ost-Holman bring it this way to Charlotte North. North, opposite of Emma Trenchard. Trenchard's been guarding North since 2019. North fires a sidewinder. She scores! And that's from downtown. The all-time two-point leader should have another on her resume.
I like the offense that we're seeing here. In this player-up situation, we have a bunch of lefties on the field. Griffin, Kent, Evans. And on the flip side, Charlotte North working with Sammy Jo Tracy. Everybody kind of moving on a wheel. As soon as they swing that ball to Charlotte North, I feel like that foot
Yeah, she did. That plant foot in the front came out. Even though Sammy Jo Tracy thinks it's a 2, they should challenge this, and they will. They're going to review now. And you'll see by the replays that we just showed that North had her foot inside the arc. This is going to turn out to be a 1-point goal.
The following play is under review. This is a gold challenge.
So as we take one look, the wind up, and you can already see that front foot did step over the line before the release of the shot. Team Marino is challenging this, a captain's challenge. As the referees down on the field are going to take a look, they don't necessarily have the same views that we have. Nevertheless, it was a large step over that line.
Have another peek from a different perspective. If she let it go there, it was fine, but she crow hopped inside the arc, as you can tell. That should turn out to be a 1-point goal for Charlotte North. North, who played with Team Mastriani in week 1 in blue, with Team Marino in gold both weeks 2 and 3, now working with the rookie captain Abby Bosco this week. North, either way, giving her team the lead.
The rule on the field is reversed. It is a 1-point goal.
So the 1-point strike for Charlotte.
In a player-up situation, they move the ball well, which is what you want to do in a man-up opportunity. Team Bosco retaking the lead off of that player-up.
Folks, for every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited lacrosse season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. Stay tuned throughout the season, see how many trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. McCone back to work against Aldave inside the draw circle. The official Liz Brush has him lined up. As we have played just a little bit more than 4 minutes in this opening quarter. McCone with a draw control, 2 points for her. Lindsay's a very steady Eddie inside that circle. She will gain possessions for her squad as Kent takes it for a ride against Simpkins. Kenzie Kent hesitates and plays a little two-person game here with the Charlotte North. North with Trenchard hung up. North, quick stick inside, bang, bang play, great stop by Marino as she turned back Kenzie Kent. Marino then outlets right on target for Dorney, running away from the ride of Sammy Jo Tracy. Almost halfway home in the opening quarter, 20 points available for the roster that wins each frame. Right now, the North goal, along with Evans, sandwiched around the McCool strike, giving Team Bosco in blue the lead. Ohlmiller hatcheted there by Geiger. McCool wants it at the top. Works around the screen set for her by Dorney. Aldave against Evans. She gets topside, works underneath. Help comes from Griffin. Ball down, shot clock at 7. McCool finds Ohlmiller, shot clock at 3. That pass crossed up Dorney, and this will be the ball going back to Team Bosco in blue as Courtney Taylor will adjust her goggles.
You know, different from what we had seen Thursday night. A lot of quick goal scoring by Team Marino. They were sharing the ball well. We see a lot of kind of isolation looks with some cuts inside. And Team Bosco defensively, they are all over those cutters on the inside. None of them have been open to date.
The thing that really stood out to me in the opening quarter back on Thursday was the amount of fast break opportunities and the slick conversions from the team wearing gold, Team Marino. Griffin gets the alley, fires. That one's off the post. It'll ricochet out of bounds. And Lacrosse on a shot closest to the ball where it leaves the field gets possession. This is Bosco ball. Good hustle by Alex Ostholman. Charlotte North fenced in by Wakefield. North around the screen fires another 2-point threat. That goes wide. They work it quickly. Ball settles back to North straight away. Now Garrett on the move. Garrett rolls in. Good trail check by Kennedy. She made the swipe, and now she's got the fast break 4-on-3. Kennedy, McMahon, Aldave for the finish. There's the fast break we were talking about.
Joe, I think we spoke that, I should say you spoke that into existence. Some great defense translating to offense, and it all started with Allie Kennedy. She is all of 5 feet 3 inches, and she went up and over the head of Molly Garrett. Impressive, speedy work. Kennedy to McMahon to Aldave, and the score is all tied up in Athletes Unlimited.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Air National Guard and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Sunsplash Day, a hot one here in Sparks, Maryland, about 20 miles north of Baltimore. Team Bosco and Team Marino, the second of 2 games today. Team Glenn, the earlier victor. This score tied up at 2 apiece, and we mentioned that first game. These were the MVP performers in it.
Livy Rosenzweig, outstanding at the draw circle. She had a season best, an Athletes Unlimited record with 13. She earned MVP first points. That's 45. Sama Puzo, no surprise here. She always manages to get there despite her team not having any quarter wins. And then Katie Glynn, captaining her team, only 5 goals allowed off of 10 saves. Close to a 70-point save percentage. Impressive as she is battling out for one of those top 4 medal spots.
Livy Rosenzweig just chilling out with us. She's here for a chair chat. Livy, all those numbers, especially those draw controls. So what's your secret?
Just a lot of wrist strength and a lot of confidence, and the draw circle girls doing really well at boxing out, I'd say, is the biggest secrets.
So, Livy, you talked about them boxing out. You won most of those over your shoulder. Where did you learn from?
Definitely Dana Doby at Loyola. She is the draw queen. She's taught me so much, and I was a volunteer at Loyola this past spring, and just having to do scout against the girls every day, I think really prepared me for this, and they're just such great competitors, and so going against them every single day, I think really was helpful for me when I got here.
Livy, it must be nice to learn from the draw queen. Now, for those unaware, you jumped into Athletes Unlimited Season 3 in Week 2. What was it like to try and catch that moving train?
It was definitely a lot. I think that it takes a little while to get used to the style of play. It's so different from college, and then being a year out, I think that I was kind of nervous, but I was really just happy and excited to be here, and feel really lucky that I was given the opportunity. So it was definitely a lot, but once I kind of got the hang of the physicality and the lack of calls, which is amazing, I think I got my feet under me a little bit.
Livy, Team Glenn came up with the win. What did you feel like was the progressive win for you guys on the field? We talked about the third and fourth quarter for us, but on the field, you guys tend to feel things a little differently.
No, yeah, definitely the third and fourth quarter. The first and second were tied, so winning that third quarter, I think, gave us so much momentum. And just playing together, we played a really good all-around team game today, and I think that was, what made us so successful. But yeah, that third quarter was huge for us.
Tail end of the opening quarter in this one, Team Bosco in blue with Alex Ost-Holman back behind the cage, waiting for the flip from Kenzie Kent. Quick shuffle. It's off the outside of the frame. No goal there. Kent has a couple of two-point goals from below goal line extended as we're chatting with Livy Rosenzweig. Livy, we mentioned this is the pro ranks now, and there are All-Americans all over the field. What's it like to work against the top defenders on the planet?
It's hard. It's hard to get a shot off, and it's fun to go against girls who were just so amazing in college, and then to just try to get around them every day is really difficult. But I'm having a lot of fun, and the defenders are amazing.
Super stop there by Moreno on Griffin.
Livy, your captain is obviously in the hunt for a medal. What's talked about from timeouts or after games? Is that a discussion amongst the team?
Definitely not. I think, Katie's biggest goal is to just play a fun game of lacrosse. She's just so positive between the pipes, and I think, getting momentum for her is really helpful. And at timeouts and stuff, she's just, we're talking strategy and how best to get us a win and points and quarter points. And I think that, it's never in her mind about, the top of the leaderboard. So she's a great captain because of that.
Livy, you're looking relaxed in those shades as Oldmiller slams home another quick ball movement release. Livy, thanks very much for spending time with us. We appreciate it. Best of luck tomorrow.
Bye.
Oldmiller giving Team Marino the lead.
Again, another fast break starting from that defensive end of the field. A double team and a reach by Allie Kennedy. As she is sprinting out of the backfield, she had a lot of options. And what I love about Team Marino is the ball movement. From McCool to Dorney to Oldmiller. You saw a lot of fakes in there because that's what it takes to beat Kaylee Waters. Fake and finish, impressive, a little dip and dunk for the team in gold.
Oldmiller with goals in 6 straight games, heating up in the second half of this summer of 2023. Giving Team Marino the advantage for the first time today at just the right time with those 20 points on the line in the quarter. They draw control for Simpkins and McCool. A chance for Team Marino to bank those 20 now with the shot clock turned off. It may have turned out to be the biggest bugaboo for Team Sam Apuzzo earlier, that they were cleanly swept in the win quarter points by Team Glenn, especially Apuzzo in her chase one-on-one against Marino. 22 seconds to go. McMahon in no hurry. Taylor poking out defensively. McCool with 8 seconds left. McCool works off the two-person game. Does not shoot it as the Buzzer sounds, ending the opening quarter. There was no need to shoot. Team Marino, understanding the philosophies of Athletes Unlimited quite well, they win those 20 points thanks to a 3-2 opening frame.
Took a little bit of time for Team Marino to get their legs underneath of them, but once they started with the caused turnovers on the defensive end, initiating their fast breaks, they end quarter one in the lead.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, the only league driven entirely by the athletes. Marino and Simpkins cooling off in this hot one. We are 1/4 of the way through in Sparks.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, hit me up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third, the throw home, got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
One quarter complete, 3-2 for Team Marino. 20 points in the bank for all 14 on the Marino roster. That winning quarter goal provided by Kylie Ohlmiller. And speaking of number 17 in the gold, friends, we are nothing if not honorable. The loss of a wager to Ohlmiller has led to some extra eye black for me today.
As if Kylie Ohlmiller needed any inspiration, she doesn't at all. I like to give her just a little poke the other day, and it was a bet that said, go ahead, score your single game best, and I'll do the eye black just like you. And inspired like she was, she jumped all over it. Fabulous. This is going to be great. You're perfect. Nice.
Little thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. This is how we do it. Now, I need to know. That's good, man. That's like black paint.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I need that. I have no idea. No, so they're like a crayon.
You're
Birds of a feather.
You're such a champ.
Go get it. I should have said get 7 or 8.
I know, you should.
You'll do that today. I know, but I wanted you to break your own record, and you did.
Maybe she will get 7 or 8. You never know, Court. You never know. What do you think? By the way, Acacia did outstanding work on this. It may be all melted off by the fourth quarter, but...
No, it's not. It's holding up. It's not the same stuff that she has. Special ordered. Impressive.
It might take 4 hours. It's going to be like 4 hours to get off afterwards. A little exfoliating is required. Maybe a seaweed mask.
I'll join you at the spa.
Now, all that's left is the goggles, right? I just need the goggles and some really good hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Well done, Kylie. Well done, Kylie. You've wanted this. Courtney, this is all you're doing. We have called Kylie Ohlmiller's games collegiately, as a pro, internationally, every time she's on camera. Geez, Joe, you look good in that eye black. You finally got your wish.
Yeah, and she delivered, plain and simple.
It's 100 degrees, by the way. That's all you need is a little bit more makeup. Wakefield looking to clear. We are underway in the second quarter, 3-2. Kylie Ohlmiller giving her squad, Team Marino this weekend, the advantage. This is the penultimate day of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Champions Week continuing from Sparks, Maryland. We'll crown a champion tomorrow. 4 medalists will be honored. A Defender of the Year award will be given out, as well as a Teammate of the Year award. The Defender of the Year voted on by the players and by members of the Unlimited Club. McCool on the run. McCone there, co-chair of the Player Executive Committee. Great look inside. A better save as Waters slammed the door on Dorney. 5 points for every goal he stopped.
And Joe, that's just the 5th shot by Team Marino. So we take a look here at the leaderboard. Taylor Marino still at the very top. Any player wearing a gold or blue jersey has the opportunity to move up or down. Those stats, those leaderboard points, they are live throughout this entire game.
Evans on the move and shot off the knee of Taylor Marino. Marino captures that ball around the crease, improving her save total. As you see, the 56 players all here in Sparks invited for this season 3. We began in 2021. Taylor Cummings, the inaugural champion, the former Tuaraton winner. Marino winning last summer in one final event that went right down to the wire. Taylor on top by some 40 points at the moment. Kennedy on the throwback for McCool. McCool sightseeing outside the 8-meter key. Shot clock down to 15. Off the split dodge from left to right. McMahon wants 2. Snaps that pass inside. It gets away from Dorney. Shot clock's at 6. McCool on the hop. Pitches, fires. Sent it wide of Waters. On the end line, Aldave there. This is a shot clock violation. -2 for everybody wearing gold.
Now, Joe, I thought that was a save. Maybe not.
It looked wide, Court. It looked wide of the cage on the backup there to Aldave. That was the reason why the whistle blew. Kenzie Kent going to go for a stroll here against Ella Simpkins. Simpkins, very resilient sort on defense for Marino. Garrett keeps it humming. Evans to the interior, a sidewinder, she scores! Erica Evans has figured out how to solve Taylor Marino.
When Erica Evans is challenging, number 37 in blue, she just looks like she's gonna slow things down a little bit. We see it dodge down the alley. Not a lot of space, but as she's maneuvering in that direction, she is comfortable sweeping to her strong side. Takes this shot at that very inside pipe. Again, Taylor Marino kind of a little surprised with that quick release, it seems.
Erica Evans working well outdoors. She's a 3-time national champion indoors with Team Canada. She hails from Peterborough, Ontario, and she has 2 on the board already for Team Bosco. Folks, everybody loves to rep Athletes Unlimited, and you can too. Be sure to check out all the great gear, including the new Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse player name and number t-shirts. Go to shop.auprosports.com and get yours today.
That's why she's so good at those. Not a lot of shot, no angle, not a lot of net available. Have you seen the size of those goals in the indoor league?
Teeny tiny. No way are they 6x6 like we work with outside. In possession now for Team Bosco, it's Katrina Geiger. Geiger, who began this season pondering thoughts of retirement, thought this might be her last kick at the can as a pro. Fabulous work by her again this summer, and the ability to play, knock on wood please, injury-free has been so important to Katrina.
She had a cool 6 years at Loyola.
North thought about the question mark. Katrina had 2 ACL surgeries, 2 other knee surgeries, a foot surgery. Great to see her feeling fit as a fiddle and ending her time as a player on her own terms. Kent feeds it. That's too high on the stack there for North. Run down by Evans. Shot clock's at 9. Evans, a whirling dervish. McCool stays with her. The pass that's low. Another good defensive stand, forcing a shot clock violation against Team Bosco.
Every player in gold is going to earn a +2, while everyone in blue a -2 on the leaderboard. Again, due to that great defensive effort. Everything having a value on the field. Every moment matters and counts.
Team Marino won the opening quarter. Those 20 points, Courtney, 3-2. Team Bosco has the advantage in the second frame thanks to the lone strike from Evans. As Allie Kennedy is waiting for a sub to come off the sideline, this is going to be over and back and possession for Team Bosco. Kent wasting no time. Kent going to the cage. Ditto for McCone. Sneaking, it's Ostholman. And there is a whistle. Stoppage in play. Officials today, Ronnie Anton, Kim Kramer, Erica Leslie, Liz Brush, and Lynn Bowers.
Card 30-second releasable.
Lynn Bowers informing us in the crowd that there will be a player up here. 30-second player up opportunity. Watch out for Sammy Jo Tracy inside. See if the formation favors her for a around the crease cut. Garrett and Kent outside the arc. Skip it through. There's North. The bouncer. She scores. Another shot for the sliver of space. Charlotte North gets her second on the day.
Charlotte North wearing number 88 in Athletes Unlimited. She's one of those deceptive players on the field. Such a powerful shooter. And despite being a player up, the need to find that open player on the inside, Charlotte North just needs a little bit of goal. And she has the power and finesse to put Team Bosco up.
Team Bosco has the 2 lone points on the board in the second quarter. They're running well in that chase for 20 points. They have the 4-3 overall lead. Charlotte North has a pair of goals for Team Bosco to set the pace. Players have been wearing microphones for us throughout this summer. It's time to go into the game with Air National Guard and Andy Aldave.
You have to know she's shooting. Yeah. That was the first time. I mean, I don't know. No, I know. Yeah. Top.
Yeah, I just need, like, she's sitting down at that, like.
Yeah.
I think we gotta move it twice. Yes.
Like, yeah.
So that then we're, like, re-attacking at a different spot.
Yeah.
And then, like, if a high, then we're not getting high turnover.
And I think just Bosco is like hovering, so if you're off ball, we just need to create the space, like she was saying, to show that the 3v2 or 2v1's on the backside. So someone needs to go through. We all can't just stand there and stare, because then we're just letting Abby Bosco recover just with her stick. Exactly.
Number 31 for Team Marino. First name Alessandra, goes by Andy Aldave. Andy's a big Baltimore Orioles fan. She's got to be thrilled right about now with the way the O's are performing in the AL. Team Bosco has the advantage 4-3 over Andy's gang, Team Marino. With 4:42 left in the opening half, Charlotte North is listening in. Charlotte, a couple of player-up goals today. What's been the secret there?
I think we're really trying to work together. You know, when you have a player-up unit, the best thing is chemistry and ball movement. So we're trying to talk, whether we're on the front side or the back side, communicate through who's to be the outlet and who's going to connect that front side and the back side. So I think it's working well for us so far.
Charlotte, you guys have been dominant at that draw circle as well. What's the secret?
Lindsay McCone is crushing it. She's directing the ball, and her connection with Kenzie Kent. Kenzie's all over those ground balls, and they're so clutch and crucial for a game like this.
Charlotte, thanks very much for the input. We'll be checking back in with you soon.
Thanks.
Getting ready for this draw with 4:42 remaining in the opening half. Earlier today, Team Glynn downing Team Apuzzo in a low-scoring game, played in terrific heat. 7-5 was the final. Team Glynn swept all 4 quarters in that one. Garrett, quick look inside. Holman just missed on the dip and dunk. Marino stayed with all those fakes around the crease. So just one more day of play in Athletes Unlimited once this one's through. Team Bosco tomorrow gets Team Glynn at 1 p.m. You can see that on ESPN+. Team Marino and Team Apuzzo, they are routinely on the bill of fare for Sunday. Another Sunday showdown. For those two, it comes your way 3:30 on ESPN+. McMahon working off her split dodge. Allie Kennedy has room. Lets it go. She scores! Kennedy with a buzz bomb past Waters.
Offense is knowing where you're at on the field, what opportunities lie in front of you. As soon as Allie Kennedy received this ball, Izzy McMahon maneuvering, clearing space, and we heard that in their huddle. It was all about having your eyes up, moving out of one another's way. Once you pass, you move, you create open space. This time, Allie Kennedy benefiting from the pass and movement of Izzy McMahon.
Kennedy now with tallies in 8 of her last 9 in Athletes Unlimited. She vows to never take a second off in this league. Player who is often near the top of her draft list. Each week, the captain's drafting new sides in Athletes Unlimited, and Kennedy doesn't have to wait long to hear her name. She gooses this one towards Aldave. Ooh, there's that draw circle commotion and chaos, and out of the pack with possession. Team Bosco's rookie captain, number 55 in the blue, Abby, able to clear. Abby celebrated a birthday with us back in week 2 of Athletes Unlimited. Doing as well as she has done all summer long, and yet she has not created a stat point on offense. No goals or assists for Bosco.
No, but a cause turnover. Those are just as valuable at plus 14. Goals obviously ranging whether plus 16 or plus 12 for a normal goal or a 2-point.
Charlotte North looking for the early hat trick. Bosco has tons of ground balls, draw controls, cause turnovers, and wins. That's why she's way up on the list. In contention for a medal. Holman sent it wide. Traced down there by Kenzie Kent. 8 seconds to shoot. That backhanded flick just missed. We've seen her score a couple like that this summer. Shot clock violation against Team Bosco, -2 for everybody in blue. 2.5 left in this second quarter, separating us from a little break time here with you. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Air National Guard. You're having a look at the leaderboard. 56 players in residence. Fun, fast-paced scoring system. Ohlmiller, who has struck again today and who has put me in a ton of eye black. If you don't believe us, check us out at the half. McCool. Here comes the double from Evans. McMahon sightseeing. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 16. Dorney for Ohlmiller. Ohlmiller knocked down. She was fouled there. Geiger closing ranks.
We're going to see a free position goal attempt by Kylie Ohlmiller. She has the ability to wind up and shoot a power shot, potentially a 2-point or quickness from this line.
Ohlmiller in position to play some one-on-one with Waters. Lets it fly, and Waters made a good save off hip. Rebound, score! Kennedy cleaning up in front.
Now this was one of those connections on the field that Wasn't done on purpose. Kylie O'Miller following up her initial shot from the free position. From the ground, she is reaching for that, goes into her teammate's hand. Allie Kennedy, teammates from Stony Brook as well as Team USA. That signature riser that Kylie did, but again, Allie Kennedy, smart. You always want to rub that crease inside. Help finish that shot. Kaylee Waters with the first save, unable to corral that second one.
So you want to play goal in Athletes Unlimited, you better have lightning fast reflexes. Friends, you can experience the excitement of Athletes Unlimited here in person in Sparks, Maryland. Get your tickets today. Just one game left, one day of games, a 2-spot tomorrow. Closing day of Champions Week. First 250 fans receiving an Athletes Unlimited Champions medal replica giveaway. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to get yours. Be sure to join us. Waning stages of the opening half. Bosco on the clear for her team in blue. Kenzie Kent will operate at midfield. Evans, who has a couple of first half goals. Wakefield came a-running. Kenzie Kent slicing back in. Evans carving to the cage. Shovel shot. An easy stop there for Marino, who suspected it all the way.
You know, with things tied here, possession clock, there's not a lot of time to give the ball back to the other team. If Team Marino just holds onto the ball, gets a quality shot to end this second quarter, worst case scenario, it's a few seconds for Team Bosco. Otherwise, they're able to go into this third quarter with an extra little bit of time.
Ohlmiller, acrobatically along goal line extended, did not convert. The tie of which Courtney is speaking is the 2 points to 2 points in the second quarter. Overall, Marino has the advantage. Geiger in possession, bringing it along. Katrina taking it all the way to the cage and stopped there. Ankle high, Marino with the stop. Puts this outlet to Kennedy. Final 15 seconds of the half. McCool gliding in. McCool laces this one wide of the cage. 8 seconds left. Aldave brings it off the end line. Pass inside. Quick stick flick from Ohlmiller. That was stopped by Waters. An action-packed opening half comes to its end. 5-4 for Team Marino. Deadlocked even in the second quarter, so that will carry over. The third will be worth 40.
Back and forth, final minute and a half. A lot of run in there, but this game has been a game of runs. A goal back and forth initially, and then 2 goals apiece for each of those teams. Impressive. They know that they have a lot on the line. Bosco with a 1-goal loss on Thursday. Marino with an outstanding offensive effort, hoping that they haven't used all that firepower that we saw last Thursday.
Abby Bosco, no defender has ever medaled in the first 2 seasons of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. The top 4 receive medals. Taylor Marino knows all about that. She was a rookie gold medalist last summer. Maria Trivalpe standing by with Allie Kennedy.
Allie, your second goal tied that second quarter. How much do you think about that as the time winds down?
Honestly, not too much. For some reason, I had a feeling it was gonna be a rebound, and in this league, it's different than college, so we're allowed to get pretty close to the goal, and I trust Kylie to take that shot and finish that shot, but you never know. This league is very fast-paced, and shots hit off of bodies, hit off of pipes, so you just gotta be ready, but I honestly don't think too much. I didn't even know the quarter was tied after that.
You mentioned Kylie. How would you describe your connection with her?
It goes back to 2017. I love playing with her. It's like I can almost read her mind and she can read mine. Brings us back to those Stony Brook days that I miss quite dearly, but you know, I just sometimes even catch myself watching her game in awe just because of the things that she could do with the ball and her stick.
We do the same thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe?
Maria, both of those Seawolves really good with a lacrosse ball in their cross, and as a result, Team Marino has the 5-4 advantage at the halftime break. Stick around with us. We'll let you know about what's coming up tomorrow, the final day of Athletes Unlimited. Today, we're presented by Air National Guard. So far, so very good for Team Marino.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me.
To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice,
but only when you use it.
Two fast-paced quarters in the books. The athletes need a breather here at USA Lacrosse HQ. Team Bosco and Team Marino making their halftime adjustments on ESPN. Taylor Marino was the champion of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse 1 summer ago. Here we share her thoughts on a possible repeat.
I would absolutely love to two-peat. It would certainly be awesome. I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't have that drive and that support from my teammates and my family and my previous coaches. So I think winning that would be certainly a testament to all the support that I've gotten.
Starting in goal, your captain, number 30, Taylor Marino.
It's awesome to have someone in my position as a goalkeeper, you know, winning something as big as an entire league, especially with the uniqueness of what AU is and the fact that it's not just a team, but it's technically one person who is crowned the champion. The goalie world is such a small, special group of people, and I think to kind of help give younger goalkeepers like something to aspire to and say like, hey, I can do that, if that's what a goalkeeper winning kind of represents.
She's terrific. She just might do it again. Fans, keep it right there. There's more info to come after this TV timeout. When we're back on the clock, we'll clue you into the lacrosse schedule for tomorrow. All is quiet for now. 20 minutes into this second of 2 games today. Team Bosco, Team Marino have their feet up, waiting for the third quarter to begin with Athletes Unlimited. Tomorrow's a really big day for all of those connected to this league. The final 2 games of the season will be played. You see them on the screen right now. And when the leaderboard stops spinning, there will be 1 champion, 4 medalists, and a whole lot more excitement that you can share in with us. Just a reminder, the post-game ceremony entirely on ESPN Plus, and a reminder to get your day started 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Folks, just one more segment at the half with you before we resume play. On the other side of the break, Courtney Martinez-Connor takes charge of the highlights. We request your attention after these messages on ESPN.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation.
Third, the throw home. Got her! Enough for Hens to be there.
That's right. We are fans too.
There's power in my voice.
When I use it.
To speak up for a cause.
To encourage the person next to me.
To help us hear the voiceless.
To represent my people.
To shine a light on the truth.
To show others what is possible.
To change the course of history.
To remind you of the power in yours.
There is power in your voice.
But only when you use it.
First quarter has been the difference. The second quarter was level at 2 points apiece. Kylie Ohlmiller gave Team Marino the advantage after 10. It's the same advantage they hold after 20 with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez-Connor. I have the eye black. I'm so...
Game 1, it would have been good.
Well, Kylie's the reason that my complexion's a little darker than usual. I had to honor a bet. You thought that this would be a low-scoring game today. Why was that?
You know, I think 2 great goalies in Kaylee Waters as well as Taylor Marino, and the defenses that they selected in front of them just make it very hard to get quality shots.
I've heard of 5 o'clock shadow, but this is ridiculous. Let's get to the highlights, starting with Erica Evans, who has warmed up nicely to the pro ranks.
Erica Evans, you look at her on the field, her ability just to release quick shots, catching the goalkeepers not quite ready for those shots to be taken. She is used to a small sliver of a goal, and she can most definitely power her way through, but also with a finesse shot.
Bosco and Marino, Allie Kennedy finishing up in style in that second quarter.
Allie Kennedy, a spark plug on the field throughout the midfield, but also cleaning up the trash. I just love to watch her. She is most definitely one of those fire starters for Team Marino.
Taylor Marino in the quest for a gold medal to be the champion right there with Sam Apuzzo. More saves like this will help.
And she is doing everything in her power to keep her team at the top. Obviously, that helps her too, but she's one of those very unselfish players who only talks about everyone in gold.
We are done with 20 minutes. There are a couple of disparities on the stats.
You know, more shots being taken by Team Bosco. They're an offense who's just going to shoot any opportunity that they have, put the ball on the net. And then the save differential, Team Marino, Taylor doing her job in goal, standing tall, keeping that offense at bay of Team Bosco.
Courtney, that's all the time we have for our halftime's actions. The teams are chomping at the bit to get back out there. Team Marino in gold on top by 1 with 20 minutes to play. Mira Shane, 33, in the goalie mask, as usual, dancing up a storm on the sideline. Doesn't matter if it's 5 degrees or 500. She's in a great mood. 5-4 is the score overall for Team Marino. So for Team Bosco, Charlotte North in come-from-behind mode. Charlotte, what is required to make the rally today?
I think we got to keep talking to each other. When we get tired, you know, communication is one of the first things that goes, and we need to amp that up so that, you know, we can be a unit on both sides of the ball.
Charlotte, how big of a factor is the heat today?
It's hot, but, you know, again, we want to play smart. We don't want to be going up and down too much. We want to save our legs. Again, we have another game tomorrow, so we want to be smart with it. Joe, I see you got eye black on up there.
Yeah, you know, not quite as detailed as you either, but not bad.
Is that a Kylie O'Miller special?
That's what it's all about. We'll talk more about that.
Sounds good.
Go get him in the third. At the half, Team Marino with Aldave coming out to the draw circle. McCone for Team Bosco. Joe and Courtney up top. Maria Tribal Peace, your sideline reporter. 3 cheers for all the men and women in our technical crew. They've been giving their best efforts for a month now, just like the players have on the field. Final day of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse will be tomorrow. This is game 22 of 24. Here's Maria Tribal Peace at the half. She had a chance to chat with Abby Bosco.
The first thing Abby Bosco said to me when she came out of the tunnel was, "It is hot out." She said, "We're definitely a little tired, but we need to keep digging our heels in and keep moving the ball the way that we are." She said, "I like the way that we did that in the first half." She says in the second half, though, she wants her team to talk a little bit more defensively. She thinks it will help them tremendously.
North fires high. Maria, you're allowed to go for the ice bucket if you'd like, because you're down on the field, too. Alex Ost-Holman hovering back behind the cage.
Or we have some more eye black for her.
Eye black?
Yeah.
You're just trying to make it warmer? That's what you've done to me. Leaderboard, left side of the screen. Marino still on top, advancing her lead over Sam Apuzzo, yes. Sam Apuzzo and Taylor Marino square off tomorrow in the finale, a game you can see 3:30 Eastern on ESPN+. We're going to scroll through all 56, find your favorites on the leaderboard, the colors that are to the left of their names, the jerseys they're wearing this week. Ever-changing squads. The rosters change every Monday with a captain's draft. Allie Kennedy serves this one up for Izzy McMahon. McMahon has been a spark plug offensively. She was at least on Thursday with a hat trick. She finds Old Miller back behind the goal. Kylie off of a career best 6. Kick save Waters on Kennedy, denying her the hat trick. And Bosco, who is a ground ball magnet, comes up with another for her squad. Geiger will clear. Katrina steps to the offensive end. Her mom, Kathleen, recognized as a Tewaaraton legend at the Tewaaraton Awards ceremonies this summer. Sammy Jo Tracy works back behind. Sharp angle bid. She sent it way wide. Kenzie Kent's first there. A little bit more than halfway through the 60-second shot clock. Kent against Simpkins. Choosing Alex Ost-Holman. Shot clock's at 12. Former Maryland great leans in. Exchanges with North. Jump shot. Knocked away by Taylor Marino. Marino's save total climbs. She has 8 on the contest. 5 points for each of them. End to end comes McCool. Dorney's next. Sidewinder. Waters flashed out to make that stop.
You know, they've had numbers the last 2 times down offensively, Marino, but it's just a matter of taking a shot either right on goal. You got to have the backup. I know they're all aiming for those corners, but a back and forth game tires those middies out. They're going to have less production on that side of the ball offensively. As we take a look at Mira Shane, she's that extra player. She's the X factor, I think, for Team Marino. Always communicating, pumping the D up.
She's the reserve netminder for Taylor Marino in gold. Kat Buchanan serves in that role for Team Bosco, spelling Kaylee Waters. North bringing on around. McCone off the sharp angle here. Straightening up and making that stop is Marino. As Ost-Holman reloads, Maria Tribalpiece has more on Mira Shane.
I was able to catch up with Mira Shane last week, and she told me the reason that she's always so excited on the sidelines is because she wants to do whatever she can to help her team win. She said, if I can bring the energy and in a positive atmosphere, then that's me helping the team, and I want to do that in any way that I can.
Mira, who loves Athletes Unlimited all the way around. She's a member of the Player Executive Committee. She's a co-chair, in fact, with Lindsay McCone. She recognizes that Athletes Unlimited is going to be making moves in the business world, and you know that she'll be at the forefront as a proponent of all those. Just a terrific ambassador for the sport and the league. McCool, badgered there on the outside by Emma Whiteman. Emma's on her way to medical school. Oldmiller goes behind the back. It goes wide. Long range, McMahon sends it high. Whiteman's actually a research analyst at Boston Children's Hospital while she's studying for the MCATs. McCone to clear. Lindsay, a player who's worked her way through adversity. Remember, she's always telling us, you know, what would Willie do? A reminder of her brother who passed during her junior year in college.
You know, she's overcome so much adversity, Joe. That same year, then her high school coach. It's all a matter of perspective, she said, wanting to play and just be this type of person that they were so positive.
Officials getting things coordinated on the sideline here. Ost-Holman wants possession of the ball. We have not had a goal in this third frame to this point, 5 minutes and 23 seconds in. Remember, this is a third quarter that is worth 40 points. We had a second quarter carryover.
So, Joe, I believe they're calling over and back here, but the ball was in Alex Ost-Holman's stick, and then it got checked out. So that leads me to believe that's possession. And then the check out of her stick, that's why Gold Team Marino thought they should have had the ball, but down on the field, they thought otherwise.
Down on the field, where it has to be well over 90 degrees, you can almost see the heat shimmer. North, poised back behind the cage. Charlotte looking to ignite the tying goal now. Trenchard peeks out. Emma Trenchard, former National Defender of the Year. Against Charlotte North, a former Tewaaraton Award winner. Picking and choosing McCone, and a whistle. Is that going to be that Walling call again?
It's going to be the Walling call. My eyes were on the ball, maneuvering around. Obviously, everybody wanting to make sure Charlotte didn't have an opportunity to score that quick double team.
McCone ready to pull the trigger. Free position shot. Steps in, lets it fly, it scores! Lindsay McCone.
The first goal of the third quarter. And as of right now, a 1-0 lead for Team Bosco. Lindsay McCone putting this one away.
Leveling the count at 5. McCone, uncontested, making no mistake. And we have another tight game on ESPN. Folks are doubling up on the sunscreen today. It's a hot one in Sparks, Maryland, some 20 miles north of Baltimore, where we are enjoying a 5-5 game. Team Bosco pulling level thanks to a free position goal from Lindsay McCone. The players have been wearing mics for us all summer long. Today, 31 in the gold, Andy Aldave is doing that, and we go into the game with her.
Ella! Blue is to Kenzie. Let's go, here we go. Hey, see what you have still.
I know.
She's on your hands, but.
I haven't even dodged.
Yeah, no, I know.
Quarter, so I'm trying to.
I know.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, I say why not.
Yeah.
I'll drop low for you. Yeah. Yeah, clamp. I used to have when we were little. Remember the Amante sticks?
Yeah.
Where they had the hole in it and you could do like those stick tricks with it?
Yeah.
Yep.
When I was younger.
Yep. Way back when.
Way
Just
back
kidding.
when.
Just kidding.
All right, here we go. All right,
Good
she
third
has
quarter.
it. Hold. She has it, Ken.
Andy chumming it up there with fellow draw circle specialist Lindsay McCone in what is a 5-5 game. Courtney, it's a chance for us to point people in the direction of the leaderboard again, the top 10. Just a reminder, top 4 get medals tomorrow.
You know, this third quarter could do a lot for either the team in gold or that wearing blue. Abby Bosco, for her particularly, every single one of those players has an opportunity to move up the leaderboard. This third quarter, it's all about 40 points that you earn for every single person in that jersey.
So, on the strength of the McCone goal, it's a 5-5 game. The chase for those 20 points in the third quarter, 40 actually because of the second quarter carryover. The lead is for Bosco in that regard. Aldave's been really good from free position this season, 3 for 4. Charlotte North in a good mood, chumming it up there with Emma Trenchard. Emma in media days was talking about how difficult it is to cover the best in the business, but she mentioned that she's got a long, detailed mental notebook of how to face Charlotte North. She's been doing this assignment, working this assignment for 4 years. Kennedy gets draw-controlled points, 2 points for her. Did you ever keep a journal? Did you ever keep a notebook, a to-do list?
No, but I had teammates who did, and I was always so very impressed with them. That's real dedication, especially to your craft, understanding what works, what doesn't, what you need to fix.
Kennedy on the move. She has the last 2 goals for Team Marino in this 5-5 draw. Shade more than 3 minutes switch to work in quarter 3. Aldave's pass, that was a tough one. Naslonsky on the end line with fellow rookie Abby Bosco, and Naslonsky will see this turned back over to Bosco in blue. TT, her first pro goal was scored this summer against Taylor Marino. That's one she'll always remember. Competitive cheerleader as a kid. I'm sure she would have flipped for that.
You know, as the game continues on, the legs of those in Team Bosco, the blue, they just seem to be a little bit fresher.
Snapshot Kent rejected by Marino. Taylor able to find that release point from Kenzie Kent, even though she disguised it pretty well.
And just the girls in blue, they're working better offensively, I think. They're sharing the ball, moving it quickly, getting some quality shots, and not necessarily any of the opportunities that we've seen at the side of the field for those in gold. It just seems to be a little bit stagnant.
As Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse Season 3 unfolds, one more day tomorrow. There's one more week, one more full week of championship season. Athletes Unlimited Softball continuing in Rosemont, Illinois. We wish all the athletes there, all of our colleagues, the very best as they get into Champions Week next week. Kennedy's bid goes wide of the cage, closest to the ball wearing went on a shot, gets possession, and it's Bosco who does the trick again. That's a plus 14 for Abby in contention for a medal, trying to be the first defender in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse to ever post in the top 4.
And that's another failed backing up of their shots in gold. So we take one more look. Abby Bosco, she is in the 5th spot right now, just earned herself a bunch of points for a cause turnover. Very impressive. She knows she's in the hunt right now.
Meanwhile, Marino made back-to-back saves and now has 13. Taylor is doing what Taylor does. She set a single-game record with 17 stops against Team Apuzzo earlier in the summer. We get a horn now with 1:14 left and a timeout asked for by Team Marino facilitator Christy Foote. Christy, a former All-American at Notre Dame.
A longtime college coach as well. She could see it on the faces of those players in gold. Team Marino, now they have an opportunity to talk about an offensive play, what they're going to set up here in their final potential opportunity to score a goal, maybe tie things up at the very least here in this 3rd quarter, because it's worth 40 points.
Been another really good game, Court, albeit low scoring. Both the games today have been rather low scoring by Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse standards. Folks, if you want to keep playing Fantasy Pick'em, you can join the softball season for another chance to win. Sign up now at auprosports.com/fantasy. Just one more day of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. This is game 22 of 24, and we talk about what's at stake. These are professional athletes battling for a lot of money.
Battling for a lot. They understand that the leaderboard bonus also gives an equal donation to 100% of all of the athletes' selected cause partners, and that's so very important to many of them. How many times do we ask about the leaderboard? They understand it's in the background, but they also know that a lot of good can be done from it as well.
Tail end of this 3rd quarter, Marino drinking it all in Sparks, Maryland. 2nd season that we've had USA Lacrosse headquarters be the host venue for Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. This game has been back and forth. It was 3-2 Marino after 1. The 2 squads split the 4 points in the 2nd, so we have that 40-point carryover. In this 3rd frame, McCone has the lone strike. Bosco has the lead. 60 seconds to play. There's my eye-black twin today, Kylie Ohlmiller, working the ball on the outside. Might take me 4 years to get the eye-black off, but it was fun. I have to ask Kylie for tips on that. Feed it through the seam on the skip, on the hop for McMahon. McMahon, no shooting angle. Great recovery by Courtney Taylor, who's everywhere on defense. As a shot clock violation occurs, a -2 for everybody in gold.
A -2, but this is also going to be a failed opportunity for 40 points for those players in gold. Everyone in a blue jersey. They have about 20 more seconds to hold on to this ball before they deserve and have earned this 40 points from quarter 2 and 3 put together.
Sammy Jo Tracy lets it fly, she scores! Sammy Jo just piling on. The 2nd point in the quarter for Bosco's group. and that will secure those 40 points of which Courtney was speaking.
Team Bosco giving Team Marino a taste of their own medicine, a fast break opportunity from the defensive end of the field. Grace Griffin, her eyes were up. She saw Sammy Jo Tracy the whole length of the way, and it just seemed like Team Marino right here, a little bit tired, disorganized. Nevertheless, Sammy Jo Tracy capitalizing, giving her team a 1-goal lead.
Sammy Jo adjusting the goggles with a glove, a gloved high five for Erica Evans. Sammy Jo back on the board. Player and an athlete. You told me, Court, she's so obsessed with travel. I'm wondering where she'll be headed as soon as this pro season is run through. Ohlmiller, a last-ditch effort, pounds it on the turf and wide. And Team Bosco wins the 40 points by a 2-0 margin in the third.
Incredibly tough defense. They blanked out Marino's team. No goals being scored for those players in gold. And all it took was 2 for Team Bosco. 1, just 8 seconds left in that third quarter.
Abby congratulating Sammy Jo there. It's her side that has the lead after 30 minutes of play. So we are about to go down the stretch with you. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN, presented by Air National Guard. Shake it up, Mira, and watch them fly. Folks, the competition's great in this league. 9 of the first 21 games this summer have been decided by 1 point. We have a 1-point game right now for lacrosse fans here to enjoy at USA Lacrosse headquarters. 6-5 for Team Bosco, the lead goal provided by Sammy Jo Tracy. Friends, for every assist during this year's Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse season, Aspirations committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into play today, 126 helpers, so that means more than 1,260 trees with all of those assists, and the players have been sharing the rock again today.
It's all about ball movement. That's how you get everyone involved on the field. Both of these teams showcasing their ability to share that ball.
Team Marino huddled up before the start of the fourth quarter. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, presented by Air National Guard. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with the upstairs. Maria Trival Peace has been working the sidelines for us. Charlotte North is listening in. Charlotte, before we start this fourth quarter, we were talking about the heat today. How has the heat impacted you, if at all?
I think, it's a little hot. We're just, again, trying to be smart with the ball. We want to really possess it and take our opportunities, but also, not take too many risks where we're asking our middies to go up and back a lot. So we understand it's hot and we have a game to play tomorrow, so we want to be extra careful and smart on the offensive end.
Charlotte, what attributed to the turn of events here in the third quarter?
I think we're playing together. We're playing with chemistry, and we're having fun together, and that's everything. When you have energy coming from the defensive end, pushing through the midfield, and ending up scoring some goals on the offensive end, I think that's complete team ball, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Charlotte, we appreciate your thoughts. Thanks for them. And we're going to keep your mic open now. We're going to let you run it from the start of the fourth quarter here, okay?
Here we go. What happened? Here we go, Kent.
Holmiller from the top, bluffs it at the 2-point arc. She got hammered there. There was no call. Kylie was looking for a foul. You can hear the players wondering aloud as to why there was no whistle, and now Team Bosco has possession.
What is happening? You got low? Ow, ow. You're good, you're good. We're all good.
Charlotte North's mic open, keeping her team in line at the offensive end. Evans fanned on that shot.
Shimmy, shimmy. Kent.
Good defense there from Simpkins. North has it against Trenchard. Long-range jump shot. Marino there, so to the post. And back comes McCool. Clearing time for Team Marino. 20 seconds to get it across the midline. Simpkins does that with 3 seconds to spare. It's a 1-point game. Team Bosco has a 6-5 advantage. Nobody's on the board yet in the fourth. 7:47 left in regulation. This one from the very outset, Courtney has had the feel that it's going to go right down to the final buzzer.
That's right, just one goal separates these two teams. When you look at the defense that's being played, both of them very physical on the field. Earlier, they had a point of emphasis discussion because you cannot displace any of the players on the field. Definitely it's more physical, as we had heard previously.
Near the end of the shot clock here, Aldave's bid off the shins of Kaylee Waters. Waters has her 5th stop on the day. She gets 5 points for each of those in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Waters and Sam Apuzzo, the only players in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse history better than 4,000 leaderboard points. In fact, as Sam is approaching 5,000, Apuzzo came up short today. Team Glenn getting the better of Team Apuzzo. 7-5 decision. Livy Rosenzweig was MVP #1 in that one. Kenzie Kent on the go. 3.5 minutes deep in the fourth. Ost Holman measured there by Donovan, the first-year defender. Donovan, who began her career 4 years at Princeton, finished up at Maryland. North isolating against Wakefield. Lets it fly. That bouncer was toughened up by Marino. Taylor's save totals, as usual, in double figures, up to 15. With a boatload of time left in the fourth. Kent comes up with a scoop first time and gets possession for Team Bosco. On the lead, 6-5. You're seeing the leaderboard, 56 players in residence. Top 4 tomorrow. Once the MVP voting is done, we'll medal.
These second and third opportunities of Team Bosco on the offensive end of the field, they've proved fruitful in the past. Sometimes you can just tire a defense out, getting shot after shot.
North, good look. Griffin just sent it wide. Backed up on the end line by Evans, who has a couple of goals again today. Her 5th multi-goal game this season. Kent turns the corner. Not electing to shoot yet. Good catch to the interior. Sammy Jo lost it out of her cross. Almost halfway home in the 4th. Trenchard rumbling back. Emma Trenchard wants the fast break. Carrying it in. Kennedy. Move it. Oldmiller fires and scores! Oldmiller on the business end. Trenchard doing a lot of the work.
Team Marino, all the players in gold, they are known for their fast breaks. Marge Donovan with the caused turnover. Speed of Emma Trenchard as she maneuvers down the field. A lot of players touching the rock, sharing the ball. Team Marino doing what they do best as they have tied the score up here in Athletes Unlimited.
Live action set to resume. A little bit more than 5 minutes with which to work in the 4th. The Oldmiller goal, knotting the score at 6. Kylie's 2nd of the day. The lone strike here in the 4th. Bosco with the draw control for her mates dressed in blue. Just past the top of the hour now. A sun-splashed day, a hot one in Sparks, Maryland, with temperatures in the 90s. Team Marino and Team Bosco. Taylor in a tussle at the top of the leaderboard with talented captain Sam Apuzzo. The race for the 4 medals, very much congested. It'll all be settled tomorrow afternoon once Marino and Apuzzo meet again. A quick stick attempt for Ost Holman. She didn't get it to her cross. Sammy Jo Tracy round and round. Donovan there, and she'll goose it back into the circle.
Marge Donovan, I just love watching her on the defensive end of the field. She doesn't get as much credit as she should, but again, that caused turnover, the effort, the focus on her on that defensive side, she is making plays.
She was so honest. She said when she first started playing lacrosse, she had 0 stick skills. She's come a long way.
You know, she's just a player who won 86 games in high school, lost none.
86-0, huh?
Not bad.
McDonough?
Just a little school down the road.
Mm-hmm. McCool wheels away from pressure. Dorney bluffs the 2. McMahon, who has not unleashed her shot yet today, finding Oldmiller. Shot clock down to 12. Geiger hung up. Gonna flush Oldmiller out. Kylie with a flick that goes wide. And there is a whistle. Oldmiller's headed back to the free position shot area.
And she has 4 seconds to get this shot off. She doesn't need a 2-pointer, but she does have that range.
Slings and scores! Oldmiller buzzes home another hat trick tally, and Team Marino surges back into the lead.
Number 17 in gold. She called her number on this last one. A nice little crow hop, a lot of power. A super sniper shot from the fancy stick work and moves of Kylie Oldmiller.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on ESPN is sponsored by Air National Guard and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. A couple of goals from Kylie Ohlmiller in the fourth frame, giving Team Marino the advantage both in the quarter and overall. A 7-6 thriller down the stretch shaping up. The athletes wearing the microphones, lots of cooperation from the players, and we appreciate it as we go into the game with Andy Aldave.
Hey, that's my bad on the pass. No, start the offense like we did our man-up play. Yes. Dodge hard, make them collapse, kick it, dive. Exactly. Be up to you, set the pick, you come, replace low, like that look we did in practice. And then if we don't have the draw and dump, at least you ping it low and then check back middle. You know what I mean? Like, just to get them flipping.
I also think the two-man have to be right up.
Andy Aldave giving a lot of traffic instructions there in the huddle as her group breaks the huddle and gets set for the remainder of the fourth quarter, leading 7-6. Courtney, a couple days ago, we challenged, or at least I did, Kylie Ohlmiller to set a single game best for herself, and she did. She responded with 6. As a result, I had to do the eye black thing, and we see the aftermath in a pregame photo that you were close by for. It was hot on the field. I'm surprised that the eye black hasn't run.
No, it still looks good. Both on Kylie as well as you. You're the new set of twins. Now no longer we're matching outfit to outfit, but you guys are eye black to eye black.
So here's my favorite part of all of this. I go down to the player area where normally I'm not allowed, and I'm wearing a shirt today. I'm not sure if you could tell from that photo, that's sort of a light orange. Everybody in gold is waiting for me to see me go out there and put the eye black on. And they're like, oh, why did you wear orange? Like, I didn't do it on purpose.
You have to wear, like,
not like I have a rooting interest.
Red, green. Green, I'm very neutral right now. Everybody's a winner.
Folks, all I root for is really great games, and we've got a good one right now. Heading down the stretch, 3:15 left. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, if you win the quarters, you get those 20 points. For the moment, that's shaping up in favor of Team Marino, thanks to the 2 goals from Kylie Ohlmiller. Garrett on the move. Molly Garrett, a former high school weightlifter. The ambidextrous one has the cross in her right hand now as she watches Sammy Joe go to work with less than 3 to play in regulation. The other thing the Heat has brought out, as Sammy Joe goes to the cage off the flip with Kenzie Kent, is a lot of unwanted visitors of the insect variety to the booth. We've had a lot of guests today.
Each and every day, but a lot worse today.
Tied up in the headset. They must like the eye black. That's what it is. Not the Heat. Trenchard on a turnover here. Back comes Team Marino. A chance for them to pad the lead. Left side of the screen, leaderboard. So once we're done today, we'll have MVP voting. We'll go through the appeals process. There will be the leaderboard all set and ready for the final day tomorrow. 1 o'clock, we start with Bosco and Glenn. 3:30 with Apuzzo and Marino. Both games on ESPN+. When all is said and done, when all the MVP voting is done tomorrow, the top 4 receive medals. There'll be 1 champion, as Taylor Marino was a season ago. Ohlmiller picked up by Geiger. Deliberate offensive possession now. Team Marino trying to shrink the game a bit. McCool, move it. Aldave fenced in by Bosco. Off the turnover, exactly what Whiteman and Team Bosco needed. Emma Whiteman, 4 years at the University of Florida, finished up at USC. Big turnover there. Closing in Taylor. Spots Kenzie Kent, 44 on the shot clock, 105 on the game. A chance for Bosco in blue to tie, or perhaps take the lead if North or Kent are inclined to shoot from deep. Charlotte on the go. North inside the 8-meter key. The bouncer, just fighting that off, was Marino. Taylor has it in her cross. She was interfered with there by Ostholman, and the time ticks the final 38 seconds. Clearing effort, ball down. Kenzie Kent looking for the scoop. Diving sellout. It's picked up on the run by Trencher. Simpkins at midfield and able to clear. 22 ticks remaining. The earlier game, a 2-point decision. This one looks to be settled by 1. Team Marino, 12 seconds away from victory lane. Marino's group will win the 4th. 2-0. They'll win the game by the final of 7-6. Ohlmiller leading the way again with another hat trick.
Team Marino squeaking out a win with the dominant 4th quarter where they were able to come up with 2 goals. Fast break situation, free position, both having the name with Kylie Ohlmiller.
Hugs all around, high fives and handshakes for the team dressed in gold. Taylor Marino is going to have a chance to repeat as Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse champion tomorrow, a game you do not want to miss. Marino, Apuzzo at the top of the leaderboard as they have been from the very outset of the season. Bosco, who began the week as a captain, among the top 4. She's been sliding from position 4, 5, and 6. The race for the 4 medals tomorrow will be outstanding. Marino finishes this one up, posing for a photo, 16 saves under her belt, just 1 shy of her single game record.
Team Marino, it is all about the quarter points, that overall win, and they have put their captain as well as themselves individually in the best possible light as she is battling it out for that top spot on the leaderboard here in Athletes Unlimited.
Courtney, a chance for us to look back at more handiwork from Kylie Ohlmiller. Ohlmiller followed a 6-goal game with 3 more today.
You know, when she is feeling it on the field, you can see it. A lot of tough defense by Team Bosco, but in transition, they just couldn't stop Kylie Ohlmiller, always putting herself in the right place, right spot to receive a pass, especially from her Team USA teammate, Allie Kennedy.
Maria Tribal Piece, make sure you tell Kylie that my eye black is better and congratulate her for me.
Joe says, first off, that his eye black is better. Do you have a response to that?
Joe, I think we talked about this pregame. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I just give him props, you know, for doing it, for pulling through with the bet.
We gave him props too. 3 goals for you. How much did Joe contribute to that? Was that luckiness? What was it?
Yeah, a little bit of luck. You know, it always helps when you get a pep talk from the broadcaster. So, no, it's awesome. I know everybody at home is like loving hearing him and Courtney do their thing. And, you know, this is awesome lacrosse all summer long. So they're doing a great job at just showcasing what we can do.
Another victory for Team Marino. What makes your team click so well?
Yeah, I think we struggled at times today, but I think what really was awesome for us was just to dig deep, remember that we're trying to have fun, play our best lacrosse, and stick together, have each other's backs, especially championship weekend, right? I think it's really tough when you get to the 4th week. We're just trying to have each other's backs and push through to the end.
Awesome. So we're going to look at Joe and Courtney up there, or we turn the other way?
See you.
All right, we're going to turn this
Maria,
way, Kylie.
I know, Maria, that Kylie wins every eye black battle. She dominated again today. A job well done. Team Marino victorious today, taking this one with Ohlmiller's 2 goals in the 4th, providing the margin of victory. Just 1 more day remaining in Athletes Unlimited. We've completed 22 of 24 with the Sunday special ahead on ESPN+. Tune in tomorrow, 1 Eastern, closing day of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. It's Champions Week. Maria Shane will be dancing up a storm as well. Bosco, valiant in defeat today. Team Marino wins this one. For Courtney Martinez-Connor, for Maria Tribal Piece, for all the men and women in our crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for watching. Team Marino gets the victory. Eye black for everyone.